But now I will introduce a man who needs no introduction, Dean Iñaki.
Thank you.
Your mic's up.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Michael. Welcome, everyone. This is a beautiful day. We got rid of the tornado last week to make sure that we had passed it, and we are waiting for the hurricanes will come later. So we are not expecting any other event. We have as you see, it's a beautiful campus. It's a beautiful city, beautiful weather for 300 many days a year, and the other days we endure. That's part of the resistance and our ability to be resilient and adapt, which is a life lesson to live in New Orleans and to enjoy New Orleans. I want to give you a welcome to this campus and to this school. We have Richard Campanella will talk to you and explain about why New Orleans, how New Orleans has come to fruition and this very special place. Program directors, Kentaro Tsubaki, the interim program director of architecture, Emily Taylor-Welty, associate director of architecture, Cassius Piller, director of the real estate program, and Brent Fortenberry, preservation program. So you will hear from them with your respective interest. But in the meantime, being together, I think is also important because this is very much what the school is about. We are a school that has this diversity of programs that are dealing with the built environment. We will soon start an environmental engineering and landscape architecture program as well. So it's a school that is focused in dealing with the issues of the built environment through these different programs. What does this mean to you? It means that we understand all these fields as interrelated. Yes, architecture does buildings, preservation tends to present buildings, real estate development tends to develop buildings, but it's much more. We are, from the different fields, stewarding the built environment, which means we are designing the buildings, but we are also designing the public spaces. We are designing the parks. We are designing the infrastructures. We are understanding architecture as a holistic field, and the same with preservation. The preservation of the built environment is everything that is part of the culture that we have built during these thousands of years of this one of the oldest professions. Architecture in this holistic way, than this instinct that we have as humans that is put a shelter on top of us and preserve that shelter and develop that shelter and to create an horizontal plane to walk, because we are bipeds and we are the only animals who don't do well in slopes, and there's nothing horizontal in the world except for water. And we don't do well in water either. So this is the very basics of the instinct of human, of creating this shelter. And this is what we deal about in the School of Architecture, this creation, preservation, occupation, development of land, of this shelter for human habitation. And we do that, again, with buildings, with public spaces, with infrastructures, and we do that with two main components that differentiate also this school from others. The social and environmental impact of our work. There's a lot of chatter about that. Everyone, you go oh yeah, we are going to be very sustainable. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we care about people. Yeah. Sure? Okay. Here, sure. Here, sure, because we are in the forefront. Here it's sure because we deal with environmental issues every day, every year. It's coming to us, and we deal with social issues and the complexity of our social fabric in Louisiana and in New Orleans every day. And we have a long record of engaging. You will be visiting, some of you, the small center. This is our Center for Engaging with Community. It's called Albert and Tina Small Center. It's not the size of the center, it's the name. Albert and Tina Small Center for Collaborative Design. Is a place where we engage with the community. We work with the community. We do design build projects for the community, also visioning projects, planning projects, etc. With this engagement, with understanding of the needs and how we work to solve and to help to improve the life of the rest of our society. So social and environmental issues are completely embedded in what we do, because we need to change the way we are inhabiting the planet. And this is not my generation has messed up, and your generation needs to correct quite a lot. So that's our commitment to you, and we want the relevance of these fields, of the fields of the built environment, of architecture, of preservation, of real estate, to be driving the conversations. We provide services, but we should be going way beyond providing services. We should be leading conversations, and that's what these programs are about. You being educated as really proficient professionals, but also as leaders in leading conversations around social and environmental challenges that we have in our society today. And this is, yes, New Orleans is the right place to be. This is a very exciting city. This is a very fun city. You will have a lot of fun here. This is a city that has good sense of humor. People do not take ourselves very seriously. We take our work very seriously, but we don't take ourselves very seriously. Some of us do crazy, stupid things in Mardi Gras, especially myself. I dress like Elvis Presley and I go with a scooter. It's the one time a year I have hair, which is really great. I remember my childhood with that. We take ourselves for fun. You will see the most ridiculous people going around, and you will say, but this guy is president of a company and he's going with short skirt, red, and all the hair. Wow, this is crazy. Yes, we are like that in New Orleans. Those of you who are from here, this is who we are. No? And I'm coming from Barcelona. My name Iñaki Alday is Basque. I came from Barcelona 10 years ago to UVA and then to Tulane. And then this is like a kind of different, but this kind of relaxed Mediterranean, let's say, that I feel very comfortable, this social interaction. So, but at the same time, this very fun city is a city that is troubled, like all cities, but this is a especially troubled city, an intensely troubled city, and you learn a lot. There's a social, economic, there's huge inequalities in this city, like everyone else, maybe a little bit more here, or at least we see them, we are more conscious and we are more deliberate about that. And as I mentioned, all the environmental challenges, our city that is an artificial city built in a pumping system that Richard will explain to you, and that we have our how do we say, we are blessed and cursed in a way, in this kind of really intense and contradictory way. Just let me talk very, very quickly about the university, Tulane. Tulane is a university that was founded almost 200 years ago, 1834. It was founded as a medical college to fight yellow fever. What does it mean? Because we are not a medical college anymore, although Richardson Memorial Hall was the medical school. And we will be back in a year and a half from now. It's a medical college means that it was founded to fight problems, to fight the most essential problem that was the health of the people here, to survive in this very complicated swampy area. So the ethos of the university is to deal with critical problems. Universities are built to generate knowledge. For the most part, knowledge for the sake of itself, for the sake of knowledge. But here is also knowledge to deal with critical issues from the DNA of the university. So the school has continues this idea of commitment to our society and to be relevant in impacting our society. And you will see the work of the different programs, and you will see how we are trying to address real issues in a very committed way. Also about the university, you may have heard Tulane is one of the top research university in the country, R1 research university, one of the AAU universities, the top 60 universities in North America in terms of research. We are one of the smallest of these top research universities, which means that we have everything, but we have everything closer. In a university of 60,000 students, it's very hard to go from one place to the other, physically and mentally. In a university of 15,000 students, it's very easy to go from one department to another department, from one program to another program. We have students that are in the undergraduate thesis students. We have students that are collaborating, one architecture student with 3 engineering students doing a thesis on energy in buildings. It's easy to do these kind of things. It's easy to take courses. It's easy to just to be alert, because it's a very permeable university, and it's a university that has committed to connect programs.